Welcome to our 30-minute practice where we will have a lot of heat getting built up. We'll have some deep stretches at the end. It's quick, it's fast, it's challenging. So do what you can and make sure to honor your body, any injuries or any limitations that maybe you have today. If you want to push yourself a little bit more, step out of your comfort zone, let's do it. The other thing we're focusing on is reaching out today. If you're taking care of your back, don't reach too far. All right, let's come up to the tops of our mats and we'll start with some flowing mountains. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, bringing our hands to our sides, flowing at your own pace. Take your time. Make sure my microphone is on. Everybody's doing good. Awesome. Few more flows. We'll turn that right into a flowing aeroplane, hinging at our hips. So it's a condensed version, about half of the amount of time we spend in each pose or each flow. So check in with the hamstrings right now. Let go of any competition, any judgment or expectation. Think of reaching out. Reach out to loved ones or friends if you need anything at all. You can always reach out to me too. I'll do what I can. A few more. Right into our flowing forward fold, and inhale, sweep, and exhale, hinge. Notice there's a little bend in our knees. And if you'd like to, you add that back bend at the top of your movement. Just see how the lower back's feeling as you flow through. One more, holding it down and forward fold. Let our head be heavy here. Let's bring our right hand down to the mat in front of us, or maybe it's on a block, and reach our left arm up as we bend our right knee. And we flow side to side, warming up. So whichever arm is reaching, the opposite knee is bending. And see how that feels. You could have a chair in front of you for your hand or a block. Warming up our hips. A few more. Last one. Right into our forward fold again, exhaling. Let's bend our knees and step back to plank pose and breathe. You can be down on a kneeling plank if that feels a little bit better, or a forearm plank if you're taking care of your wrists. Holding our plank here, checking in with how our core is feeling. And then we'll move to downward facing dog or child's pose, or all fours. So choose your place that feels nice for your body and honor that choice. We'll begin to flow now. Inhaling into a plank, exhaling back to down dog or child's pose. Flow through, warming up your shoulders. Our gaze in front of the hands in our plank, and our gaze looking back at our toes in our downward dog. Let's do 4 more. You could be on your knees in child's pose, kneeling plank. Last one, we'll hold in our plank, full or kneeling, and drop our knees down onto the mat. We can bring our fists to wrists if you're taking care of your wrists today, and move through a little variation of our cat and our cow. Let's reach one arm out to represent reaching out. Exhaling and inhaling. You can have your palm up or down. You can have your hand forward if that feels better as you move through your cat and cow here. Last one on this arm. Then you'll go right through your cat and cow again with the other reach, either forward or you're reaching out to the side. Great job. So nice to have people online with me. Last one. Let's take it to downward dog or move back into child's pose. So downward dog or child's pose. Reconnect with the breath. Set an intention for the practice. Reach out today to someone you love or someone you think might need some reaching out. We'll come back up to all fours and do our spinal balance, reaching one arm forward and the opposite foot back, and then back to all fours. Just a few. Check in with your spine. Stretch your spine. Connect with your core. Amazing. So you've got one more. And then we come to all fours. We'll take our left foot out with the foot on the mat and reach out our opposite hand. Breathe. Check in with your hips. So we've got a pretty flat back here. Other side. Put the opposite foot out. Oh, my foot disappears behind the couch. You know it's still there. Reach out. See how that shoulder feels. Make some rotations with your shoulder if you want to. Amazing job. Bring it back to all fours. Let's take it to downward dog or child's pose. Oh, Marla's texting me. Just let me see what she needs, guys. Darn it, she couldn't find the link. I thought I posted it on Facebook. I'll send it to her after. Okay, so here we are in downward dog. Let's add that little flow. Inhale, full or kneeling plank. Halfway or all the way down. Up dog or cobra. Back down to our bellies. Press the earth away and back to down dog or child's pose. Let me just check. Maybe she's in the waiting room. So we've got a few more of those flows, guys. No, she's not there. Darn it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly tell her. Hey, Marla, the link is on Facebook. You should be able to get on. Okay, so from our downward dog now, let's check out our downward dog. I want to show you that difference. So instead of doing our lunge, we step or jump right to halfway lift. So that's one inhale. One exhale, step or jump back to plank, and then push up to downward dog. Let's try it again. So downward dog, hop, step or jump, one inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward dog. All right, one last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's inhale to chair. Exhale to mountain. Come up nice and tall. Okay, tuck your thumbs into your hands here for a sec. Let's take a little bit of rotation. One way and then the other. Maybe Marla will come on. If not, hi Marla, see you later on YouTube. Okay, let's go through these sun salutations. If you're a regular of mine, you can do any version of that you know that you've learned over the past few years, or stick with me. Big breath up, inhale. Exhale, fold, dive into forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, back to plank pose or chaturanga. You can hold your plank or flow up dog or cobra and take your time to get back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we hop, step, or jump our feet up between the hands. One inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to chair. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, nice strong mountain. Good, it's a quick. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive into fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, you're stepping or jumping back to plank or right into chaturanga. Then you flow through your half series, up dog or cobra, and meet yourselves back in downward dog. We look up between our hands, hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale. Oh, one more chair. Sorry, I mixed that up. Big breath up. I'm still thinking about Marla into our mountain pose. Let's do that 2 or 3 more times. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, hop, step, or jump back to chaturanga or plank. Flow through your up dog or your cobra. Back to downward facing dog. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale to mountain, pop up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Hop, step, or jumping up between the feet or the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to chair this time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to mountain. Let's do 2 more. Really get the heart rate up. Big breath up, inhale. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, step or jump back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog, or even all fours. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift. Exhale to chair. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to mountain. One more time. Inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale, dive and fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, strong core. Breathe out, step or jump back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Hop, stepping or jumping up between the hands. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, fold. Let's inhale to chair. And exhale to mountain this time. Where we'll end our sun salutations for that round. Adjust your clothes, grab a quick drink. We'll move into our practice where we have an extended reaching out triangle today. Bringing our right foot up to the top of our mat and stepping your left foot back and that left heel going down onto the mat. And I've still got a straight front leg. Not sure if that's the best angle for you. I'm just going to adjust. So one set of toes is pointing at the short edge and the other set of toes is on an angle to suit how your knee feels. Our hips are forward. So that's where you could adjust your back foot. We hinge slightly forward and the same hand of this leg that's forward reaches out, my friends. And your other hand reaches back. I'll go on a different angle. So you're in your bit of a triangle legs where today we're engaging the core, reaching out, and feel how you're reaching one way, but you're still holding back with that other hand. Breathe. Amazing. Our next pose on this side is balancing half moon. So the weight goes onto the front foot. Maybe you grab a book or something. Make your way into balancing half moon. And our difference today with our balancing half moon, instead of reaching to the sky, we're reaching, maybe if I can let go of my wall, reaching long and then hinging a little bit further towards the floor with that bottom hand. Maybe. It's a challenge. Amazing job. All right, let's go to forward fold on an exhale. Hop, step, or jump back to plank or chaturanga, where you can hold, take a breath, kneeling or full plank, or flow through your half series. So that's that dip down, up dog, and down dog. And then our left foot will come up to the top of our mat. Our right foot comes in, heel down, and we straighten out this left leg. So we're on the other side for our triangle with our reach out. Yes, Marla zoom. Okay. Okay, awesome. So hey, Marla, welcome to practice. I'm glad you got that link. We're just doing a triangle pose, so maybe do a quick warm up and then meet us in triangle with your left foot forward. We hinge down today. Our hips are towards the floor. Now our left foot is forward and we're reaching out with our other hand. Sorry, left foot forward, left hand reaching. That's to signify or represent reaching out if you need help. If you need a link to the Zoom class, reach out, breathe. Feel that stretch. And from here, moving on to our balancing half moon. Again, we're going to have a little different arm. So instead of that top arm being up, we've got our top arm reaching out, reaching long. And we can add a little hinge if you want to come a little bit further down for your balancing half moon today with that arm reaching long. Oh, feeling it for sure. All right, forward fold, breathing out, exhale. So there's not a lot of poses in this class, but they're intense. Hop, step, or jump back to chaturanga or plank and flow or hold. So catch your breath or flow. Meeting back in downward dog, we'll hop, step, or jump back to halfway lift. Breathe in, fold, breathe out. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, come into mountain where you can adjust your clothes again. And a little variation on warrior 3 today. So the weight now will be on our right foot. Our hips are forward towards that short edge of our mat. We're bringing our hands to our heart. So warrior 3, normally we're working towards here. Today, we're going to hinge a little deeper. Breathe. A little variation. Breathe. Wonderful. And then we're switching to the other side. So you can come up and then reach back and hinge. If the hands don't want to stay at the heart, you can bring them down to the mat. Breathe. So I guess we're reaching towards the floor for this one. And forward fold, breathe out. Let the head be heavy, let it hang. Hop, step, or jump back to chaturanga or plank pose. Wonderful. Hold or flow. So you can hold your plank or come down to a forearm or kneeling plank or flow through that up dog and then back to downward dog. We'll meet in downward dog or we'll meet in child's pose or all fours. That's just my husband making noise in the kitchen. All right, let's look up between the hands. We're bringing our right elbow. There's going to be options for this. Right elbow to the back of our, right knee to the back of our right elbow. Just there. Or foot down, knee down, and you're just walking this foot up and maybe touching it to the back of your arm. Holding it there and then pushing back to plank pose. And we'll do the other side. So left knee, left elbow. You can have a little bend in that left elbow, or this year I want to try to do crane with us. So it's like crow, but with straight arms. So straight elbow, our knee works towards touching back up above that elbow, or knee down on the mat, other knee down on the mat, and just walk that knee a little bit closer. Amazing. Take it back to child's pose if you need to rest your wrists, or come back up into downward facing dog. Great job. Class flies by. Looking up between the hands, we're going to hop, step, or jump back up between them. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, and we'll hold onto our chair there. Check in with our glutes. Shift our hips back and bend our knees. Breathe. Roll the shoulders down from the ears and lengthen and strengthen your spine. Let's tuck our thumbs into our hands, give your wrists a little bit of love while we enjoy our chair pose. One way and then the other. We'll have the palms facing down to the earth and then open and close them. The backs of the hands will come together. And then we'll meet back in our prayer pose. Amazing. Taking the right foot back into a high lunge today, sinking down. Breathe in, reach up. And if it feels okay today as part of our practice, we're reaching out. Long as we reach out for a friend, and that heel's reaching in the opposite direction. The core is catching us here. We're drawing our shoulder blades slightly together in the back to strengthen our back, and the belly comes in to support the spine. Bringing our hands to our hips and bringing the back foot in, straightening our front leg, hinging down into pyramid pose. If it feels okay for you today in your back, reaching out on your pyramid pose. If that doesn't feel nice for you, bring your hands back to your hips or even put your hands on a wall. Reaching out. We'll frame our front foot, lift our back heel, step back to plank pose. Before we do that sequence on the other side, we've got another reach out flow. Well, not a flow, it's a hold. So kneeling plank, if that feels nicer for you, we're reaching our right hand out to the side. And if you want to, lifting your left foot. So again, catch your breath. You could be on all fours, doing the same thing. Reaching out to the side though, not in front of us. Switch sides. Fuller kneeling plank, reaching the opposite hand out. So maybe it's your left today, and then the foot comes up. Find a place where you can breathe, make any adjustments like I'm doing to feel good. And we'll meet in downward dog, and then bringing the left foot up between the hands. Back heel is high. Here we are back in our lunge position. I hope I can't remember if I did this side already. If you're on the same side, then switch. And then reach out long into our strong lunge as we strengthen our back, draw the shoulder blades slightly together, feel the core come in to hug the spine, but we're also lengthening. Find your breath, take your time. Bringing our hands to our hips, we'll slide our back foot in until we can put the heel down, straighten our legs, and hinge down into pyramid, where again, maybe we do our reach out today. Breathe. Feel the body, feel the weight in both of our feet. Our hips steady and stable, our core keeping us from falling. Great work. Frame the front foot. Let's step or jump back to plank, downward dog, or child's pose, whatever works for you. We'll look up between the hands. Awesome job. Take that look, come into plank pose. Great work. Come down right to our bellies. Just going to adjust the angle. Well, I think you guys can still see me. I just can't see you, so that's okay. So come right down to your bellies. We're reaching long. So here's some options. Hands can be cup hands to lift you up, kneecaps up, or you can be looking down at the mat, hands off. Breathe. Strengthen the back. Feel those back muscles helping to lift you up. So you're clenching a bit in the backside, but not trying to really compress that lower back. Great work. And then we'll reach back with our hands. You can take a rest whenever you need to. Hands coming underneath our shoulders. Right back to child's pose. Take a well-deserved few breaths here. We've made our way down to the mat. There's just a few minutes left of practice, but we're here. We have arrived. I'm massaging our forehead down. We'll move into puppy pose. Walking the hands forward, keeping our hips high. Hands go long and we're bringing our chest towards the mat. Modifications here could bring blocks underneath your arms. Stretch your heart towards the mat. This is a good pose for posture and for back health in general. Wonderful job. Let's walk those hands back up to, we'll get to all fours and then take a little seat for some stretching. Let's move into our butterfly pose. Take your time. You can place some blocks underneath your knees or have your feet out a little bit wider. Lift up and lengthen. Think of that stretch that's happening as well in your wrists as we hold onto our ankles and pull away and up. Drawing the shoulders down from the ears. Feeling a stretch in the chest, in the collarbones. Breathe. Stretching our inner thighs. Amazing. All right, we'll move into a wide leg forward fold, pointing our toes up towards the sky. We can hinge forward just slightly or reach out today. Reach out long, still lengthening through the spine. Breathe. Think of gravity, just gradually and passively stretching the backs of our legs. Breathe. Feel, listen to the body on this fairly chilly Friday, but man, is it beautiful outside. We'll bring our hands to the mat now and hinge down if that feels better for you. You could have some blocks underneath your forearms, a big bend in your knees if that feels nicer. So do what feels good. We'll walk our hands back up towards our body, bring the hands under our knees, and take a little rock right back onto our backs. We'll give ourselves a little massage on our lumbar spine. And if you have a wall close by, our Shavasana today can be legs up a wall. You'll move your backside right up to the wall, sweep your feet up, or you could put a block underneath your lower back or a pillow and settle in. Or you could do this without a wall, of course. If you do have a wall, though, it can be fun to do butterfly here, or even a wide leg stretch with your legs against the wall so that there's no pushing at all, it's just gravity. Soften the jaw. Release tension in the eyeballs. Feeling smooth across our foreheads. And take the next minute to really notice in breaths and out breaths, to give your breath your full attention. Even if it's just for one. Notice the coolness as it enters your body. A little warmer on the way out. Inhaling relaxation today. Exhaling away tension or any thoughts that don't serve us in some good way. You can stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like to as we come towards the end of this class, but of course you could stay here a little bit longer. If you are ready to come out, like myself, we'll bend our knees, for a breath or two and just see how that's feeling. Noticing the calmness of our breath, of our thoughts at the end of a practice. Take your time to roll over onto one side so you can help yourself up into our easy seated position, crisscross, or your legs out wide. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's take a big breath in, fill up. Exhale away any negativity or anything that just doesn't sit right with you today. Inhale one more time and then reach out towards me. So today's focus on reaching out if you need a hand, if you need someone to talk to. Hands will come to our heart. If it feels okay, we'll take a little bow towards Mother Earth. Grateful for all the gifts. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our Friday practice. Don't forget to reach out. Bye, Karen. Bye, Susan. Bye, Marla. So happy you got in. Namaste,
Thank
Susan.
you so much.
Stay warm. You're sure missing out on some really cold weather.